got to be a part of an amazing basketball game. I mean, it was both teams played so darn hard. The crowd was unbelievable. I mean, what a we were fortunate. We were fortunate to win, and therefore it's a great win. And if you're unfortunate to lose, it's a really tough loss. And that's what makes great games. So, again, my hat's off to them. They played great. Man and Kofa are such good leaders for them. And Kevin Gowie was big time today. I mean, he was big time. I thought they played their butts off, and we did too. And losing when we lost Zion, obviously that's a huge loss for us. I'm proud of our team. I mean, our young team. I mean, they fought that whole second half. RJ and Cam made big plays. I thought finally we stopped letting them dunk on us. We started switching, and that helped. And then we came up with a couple big defensive rebounds, and made one more play than they did. I mean, ultimate respect for Leonard and his kids, and I know we feel very fortunate to win, but I thought we earned it, and if they won, they would have earned it. So it's not a game that somebody lost; it's a game that somebody won, and those are the great games. So, any questions that you all might have?
Cam hasn't been scoring as much lately. To get him in that situation, for him to make that shot, you're talking about his perseverance to fight through that.
Yeah, well, he's a freshman, so he played aggressively the whole game, and so. And the last thing, we wanted him to get the ball. And I think they were kind of fixated on RJ and made it possible for him to get open. And then he knocked it down. But, and he was fighting cramps the whole, at least half the second half. And so it's a huge game for him. And look, it's a story. Whenever a kid. You hit a game winner like that, I mean, it's storybook. I mean, our guys, this is their, what are we, 14-1? It's our 15th game. A number of those guys, they've never been in an experience like this, and with this atmosphere against that level of talent and expertise, and to come up, it wasn't that he just hit that shot. He hit a couple other big ones. He and RJ kind of just kept us in with Trey, making sure that we were at least getting the ball to those two guys. So, but huge for Cam.
Coach, it's still early in the ACC season, but number of teams still undefeated. Is this league balanced enough to have one team go undefeated this year?
It'd be very difficult, I think. With I was just telling my staff, in our first game against Clemson, we're playing a team that returns 4 starters from Sweet 16. We played this team, they were in Elite 8, and they had most of their guys back. Monday we'll play Syracuse, they were Sweet 16, and they have their, so we're playing old team, veteran teams. So when you have a league that has that, pretty difficult. I'm not saying it can't. For us, that's not our goal. Our goal is to just try to keep getting better and get in there. I mean, that somebody else may set goals like that for us, but the team that probably is most equipped for it is the team that was 17-1 last year. Because they returned just about everybody, and they're really good, Virginia. But the league is so good. I mean, this team can beat anybody that we've played, and if they have the crowd like that for their home games, that'll help them. That'll help them because they played at a really high level tonight, this afternoon. I'm sorry.
During those last couple of timeouts, are you changing anything, or are you
Yeah. I'm looking and just there are 3 different things that we were going to do after each one before the timeout, one after, and then one after. And then you gotta be lucky, something like that
Mike,
somebody gets open.
sorry. With Zion, we saw him get poked in the eye. What was bothering
He
him?
had double vision.
Okay.
And, you know, he came out in the second half. Nate told me with about 3 minutes to go, I wasn't out on the court yet, he ran back and said, you know, Zion's got double vision. And I said, well, let's see. I can't play, obviously, if he has that. And then we waited, and it didn't clear up. The good thing, he didn't have headaches. He got, again, I'm not saying intentionally, he got poked right in the eye, and he's better now. So hopefully he'll be able to play on Monday. But, you know, it's a big loss, you know, for this game. Are you kidding? And especially with the athleticism they're facing.
Coach, you've obviously had some great games from RJ so far this season, but given the fact that Zion didn't play for an entire half, I mean, what can you take away from his performance specifically?
Well, RJ's a great player. I think, you know, a lot is said about Zion and should be said, but RJ's as good a player as there is in the country, and competitor. And he and Zion are like brothers. So I think he even put it up a notch with Zion being out. And one of really, yeah, there's so many cool things when you're around young people, and when you get older like me, to be around young people is cool. And but Zion's reaction in the locker room after the game, he's almost crying. Yeah, he said, I've never been involved in it. In other words, he was so happy for his guys that he's that emotional. Now, our guys are good guys, and he and RJ are really close. RJ was unbelievable today. Yeah, he's unbelievable. He kept us in, man. Kept us in.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about just the evolution of Florida State's program under Coach Hamilton and kind of the impact that he's had on the ACC?
Well, you know, the fact that you say program is the very first compliment. They have a program here. You know, they don't have a team. There's, you know, and the program is built on values. And Leonard's one of the top coaches in America. And, you know, his teams are always together. You know, and they play hard defense. They are unselfish, and they're talented. And, you know, we've had hellacious games with him, and you know, they're going to be a factor in this, in our conference and nationally. They're too good. They're too good, and you know, that's the type of teams that he's produced. I agree. He and I are really good friends, and I admire what he's done here, and the manner in which, and they're good kids. They're good kids. So again, I wish them the best.
What did the team show you today, personally?
I'm sorry?
What did the team show you differently today with this experience in this environment as opposed to Maui or New York?
Well,
Texas
come on.
Tech?
You know, this is like there are games like this. Maui's like playing a high school gym in 3 days, and you can't judge very much off Maui. You just get the experience of playing against talent, and you hope that you can win. But if you make any like concrete judgments based on Maui or anything in November, I think it's a big mistake. Now you have a body of work. Both teams have a body of work of 13 or 14 games, and now you're putting it on the line, and it's a whole different thing. And our guys are tough, man. Their kids are tough. Our kids are tough. There was, you saw a hell of a game today, man. And women. And that was a great basketball game, and you're going to see more in our conference. You may have seen more. I don't know any scores or anything today, but there's just too many good teams. There are too many good teams. Not too many. I shouldn't say too many. We could have double-digit teams in the NCAA. This is a heck of a conference. It always has been, and this year it's exceptional. There's no question about it.
Anything else for Coach?
Coach, do you think Cam and RJ kind of knew they had something to prove today because Zion tends
Not to
get...
prove.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have anything to prove. They have to make, they have to win. you know, and they're both really good. They don't have to prove to anybody that they're good, but they have to beat that team that is playing great. And so I don't, but not to knock you about that, but proof is not the word. They rose. They rose to a different occasion, an occasion that we haven't been in yet this year.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.